This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders and the Houston Oilers. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this to the 32. Look at this defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means it's going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to pass. Tua. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 14 yards is the pickup there in a Raider first.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 8. Four yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for first.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. So you look at this situation and the relocation. It's worked other places. You've got the 2 teams in L.A. Until recently, we had 2 out of the Bay Area. Of course, the 2 New York teams. Now 2 teams calling Houston home. And we know that they do things big here in Texas. And if these fans here are any indication, this city is ready to support a second team. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's Sam Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 30 yards. Second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Oilers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Powers through him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this is going to be a Raiders first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
There he goes, left side. Inside the 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and we are tied at 7.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff for the Raiders.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out looking to repeat that, Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Ready. 19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 79 Broncos. 18 Pioneer. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. Checking this down to Stevenson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hold the set.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Okay, ready.
2nd and 10.
Mustang 19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Tyquan Thornton from 17 yards out. And his guys have taken the lead. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 5. Now a give to Jacobs Adams running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looking deep for Adams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention, and it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And they will take over first and 10.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Knox. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards, a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Now this throw caught left side. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A great job pulling that one in from a guy as we know who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, the 4th of the year. And the Oilers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And he pushed it right. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And some space here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First down, Raiders.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his target, Allen. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 25 yards that time.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now back to throw. That is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now a second and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll look to throw. That's to the Notre Dame man, Michael Mayer. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. It gets it right back to Miller. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Take this one home. It's a touchdown. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
Now Ryland for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Raiders 27, Raiders 7.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Raiders 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that 1st half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that 1st half.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. They'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
49-yard line.
Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 35. about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Intercepted by the Raiders. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 17-yard line.
Up the middle they go. Butler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Bad news, they didn't get it on 2nd down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on 3rd.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the 1st down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. T.J. Edwards with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete on the deep ball. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
On play action, they'll throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Keenan Allen, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Oilers add 6 to their lead. Ryland on for the extra point. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll let this go for Adams. And this will be caught at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams, 74 yards. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And he pushed it right. It's no good.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Knox. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Cowboy 80. 65 cash. 65 cash. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Bronco 80. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is fielded at the 7. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Touchdown! Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the goal line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here we go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
That's good for 28 yards.
At the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
18 Rattler, 19 Lions.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Give him another one right back to Allen. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Knox. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have the 1st down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. Knox to the 27-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
So after the field goal, Ryland back out as he'll send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Tua going to throw. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown Raiders. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Raiders are able to cut into that deficit. Carlson down to add the extra point. Can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. So down a couple scores, only one timeout left. You figure they have to get this one. And the Raiders have recovered. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now Tua. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
Time three, kick. 21G.
Tua. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On 3rd down, Knox. He is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that